Hello, my name is Edward Rubin,
And I'm Hagop Galoyan.
and we are here to interpret phylogenetic trees. First, I'd like to note the difference between a pedigree, which is the image on the left, and a phylogenetic tree. In a pedigree, we focus mostly on individuals, whereas in a phylogenetic tree, we mostly focus on the current existing species and their common ancestors. The phylogenetic tree is essentially learning about evolutionary history amongst these species. Now, phylogenetic trees, in a sense, have the same concept as pedigrees. Pedigrees, for those who do not know, is basically a family tree. Now, in phylogenetic trees, there is the root, which is the common ancestor amongst all these individuals. There are the branches, which indicates evolutionary change. And there are nodes, and as described before, these nodes indicate the common ancestor among these extants or taxa. The taxa are the currently living species.
Now, switching A and B species doesn't alter evolutionary relationships, so changing these nodes is fine to result in equal species relationship with C.
Now, in these species or taxa, these species can share a common trait, and these common traits arise from their common ancestors. Now, there are different terminologies in describing the common trait. One terminology would be a synapomorphy. A synapomorphy means a shared derived trait. Shared meaning two or more individuals can share that certain trait, but it's derived, meaning that it's out of ancestral time. So an example would be that a bony skeleton is a synapomorphy of ray-finned fishes. In contrast, a simplesiomorphy would indicate that a bony skeleton is a simplesiomorphy of crocodiles and birds. Now, there are homologous and analogous traits. Analogous can also be known as a homoplasy. Now, a homologous trait, an example of that would be eggs with shells for crocodiles and birds. It is amongst the common ancestor of crocodiles and birds. That common ancestor has eggs with shells. Now, an analogous trait would be, an example would be amphibians with primates and rodents sharing four limbs. They are from different ancestors.
Now we will be discussing the traits being shared, and there are three groups: monophyletic, paraphyletic, and polyphyletic. Monophyletic is common ancestor with all descendants. Paraphyletic is common ancestor with some descendants. Polyphyletic comes from different ancestors. Now if you want to pause the video and distinguish which group belongs to which. The top one is a monophyletic group because at this node, these in pink have the same ancestor. This one is a paraphyletic group because at this node, some of the species have this descendant, leaving out all of these species. This one is a polyphyletic group because of the different ancestors being shared from the hawk and the bat. At this node, you can switch the species to connect the bat and the hawk as mentioned in the previous slides.
Hopefully, the interpretation of phylogenetic trees by Edward Rubin and Hagop Galoyan helped.
Thank you
for your cooperation. Thank you.